So I just got out of the theater from watching Greenland 2 Migration. And I have to admit, I'm a little disappointed. I was actually a pretty big fan of the original Greenland film that came out a couple of years ago with Gerard Butler. And this is a sequel to that. It was a very human story about just a family trying to survive during this catastrophic meteor attack that destroyed most of the planet. So a couple of years later, about 5 to 8 years, they're inside this bunker, but something terrible has happened to the bunker, so they need to leave. And their goal is to make it to the crater impact point where the big meteor hits so they can survive there because it creates like a dome of safety. Unfortunately, I don't think this film quite lives up to what I enjoyed about the first film. The biggest problem, unfortunately, is the pacing. This is actually a surprisingly short film. It's only about like an hour and a half, which I would say is a good thing in most cases, but this movie just moves way too fast. There's like action scenes that I would say like last like a minute, I would say. There's like moments that are trying to hit you hard with like emotional moments, like cute little scenes of like a romance happening or like, oh, something tragic is happening to a character. Well, all right, we're moving on. It's way too fast, so you don't really feel any of the impact that's supposed to be happening. And the other problem kind of ties into that, it's the plot armor for the main characters. Every now and then, there'll be a character that like comes in to the main group, is like, oh, let me come with you to survive or something. I'm going to be a friend. And they'll either get killed off or they leave way too fast. You'll get like one line or one moment to like care about them, but you just don't. So the plot armor for the main characters is like really strong, and I noticed this most during this bridge scene where like there's a couple different bridges around and all the bridges collapse except for the one that they're on. So the plot armor is really bad. The pacing is unfortunately really bad. I mean, if you're a fan of Gerard Butler, you might enjoy this film, but unfortunately, I don't think it's quite worth your time. I'd give it about a 5 out of 10. You're better off watching something else.